Gemma knows she's having a boy next month, but she doesn't know if she'll be able to afford to come back to her job at the town hall afterwards. She's striking for a pay rise.
There's been reductions in the services and the staff in the services, so basically we're working harder for the same amount of money, but in a way it works out less money because when you look at it in real terms, we've lost 20%.
Over at the Central Fire Station, John's striking for his pension. 16 years ago he followed his dad into firefighting, but the deal he signed up for has changed. Working for longer with tougher fitness tests and dismissal if you fail.
I can work for 30 years, get sacked at 55 and have to take half a pension, which I will not be able to live on. But I have a child as young as 5 at home, who's a good chance he will still be at home when I retire. I will not be able to support myself, never mind my children, if I receive half a pension.
John says people who call his pension gold-plated just don't know. Ashley's striking for her pension too, but she's more worried about performance-related pay and rising bureaucracy. She's a teacher and she says it's never been tougher.
Never ever has an education secretary been quite so disliked as our current one. It just feels like attack after attack after attack, and there's only so long that you can attack a very public-spirited workforce because that they want to do it before that they will just stop.
If this government want proper pensions for workers, they've got
one voice for several different unions. That's the idea of today. It's been touted as the biggest public sector strike since the 20s. This was central Birmingham. But like so much else, unions and the government can't agree on the numbers. 1 million people, say union leaders. Nowhere near, says the government. The Education Secretary explained these strikes don't make sense.
There are mums and dads today who are not able to go to work and who've had to organise expensive childcare because a strike has been called on the basis of a vote 2 years ago that didn't even involve a majority of members of the union actually agreeing to go on strike. So we need to look at the laws and we need to work out what can we change.
The unions helped the Labour leader into his job, but today Ed Miliband stopped far short of saying he's on their side.
When the government is today ramping up the rhetoric against public service workers, demonising them even more, I don't think that's the answer. The answer is to get round the table and prevent further strikes happening.
Enough is enough. That's the union's slogan today. The government's message is there weren't enough workers saying it for them to listen. Dominic Reynolds, 5 News.